I was looking at all these old pictures of myself from 2 years ago, so 2014. I have just realized how skinny I used to be. And at the time, I never thought I was skinny either, which is like extremely stupid. When I was younger, I was always like, I kind of developed before everyone else, so I was always like very self-conscious. Curves, which like I didn't see anyone else having, so I thought I was fat because all of my friends were just straight up and down, and I was kind of like had hips. And I'm not hating on skinny people, I'm not hating on curving people, I'm not hating on fat people. It doesn't matter, like seriously. I had this boyfriend. We used to eat just like really bad junk food. So and I wasn't vegan, so I was eating like hot chips all the time. I don't know if you have them, like corn jacks, like deep fried corn. I'm pretty sure they're not vegan. Lots of deep fried food, Maccas, Hungry Jacks, just general junk food, not caring about my body. And I've always been like a really active person. I've been a dancer since I was 3 years old. That's 3 years old. And yeah, I've always just like stayed really active. My family, they were really like, they weren't, obviously, I ate like whole foods, but with like meat and dairy. So I still ate like lots of veggies, always had like a curry, or like always have veggies with stuff. Always encouraged to eat vegetables and fruit. And I started to care about my weight in year, I reckon in year 8. Yeah, so, and then I was living at my dad's house, and I started to just really obsess over my weight. Like my weight was, okay, this little psycho. I'm sorry, but what do you want? Do you want orange? Alright, that should shut her up. Just run every day, always at the Oval, running around, just doing workouts and stuff. I didn't see any progress. I just kept going though, didn't stop. Ended up moving back to my mum's house. Made my portion sizes really small, and I started at Martin Senior College, and that's really when I started to obsess about food and exercise. I used to have a journal. I have about, I'm not even lying, probably 15 different books, all filled with like what I've eaten that day and the exercises I've done. I was doing 2 hours of exercise a day at my local EFM gym, and I was running every morning, and if I didn't work out, I would literally fucking cry, legit cry. And I'll show you some like pictures of what I looked like. I took it to the next level. My before picture that I started the Kayla BBG stuff. And my before pictures, that was the skinniest I'd ever been. Like, I couldn't get any skinnier without being anorexic. Because I wasn't getting enough nutrients to my head, I was not eating enough, I was stressing about school, and I was working out so much, there wasn't enough calories to actually like be able to be awake in my life. Like, I look back now and I wish I was more aware of what I looked like. Not because like I want to look good or anything, but so I could actually appreciate myself and not just think all these negative thoughts about myself, which I did constantly. I was always thinking about my body. Does this make me look fat? Oh my god, this makes me look so fat. I used to cry because I couldn't find anything to wear because I looked fat in everything. When in reality, I was a stick. A stick, like I had abs. As you'll see in the picture. And so me and Jasmine got into the cycle of going to the beach every day, And I used to use that as like a way to boost my confidence, because like a lot of people would look at me because I was tan and fit, and I portrayed this image of health. I was all about healthy. I was like, no sugar, like no, like carbs are bad, no sugar, blah blah. I was vegan, and yeah, I was just totally like not even awake in my own mind. And that's when I started drinking a lot. I just turned 18, so me and Jazz go to the beach every day, get cider and drink that. So basically this was my morning routine. This is my routine for the day. I'd wake up at about 8. I'd go for a 50-minute run in the hot, no food, get back to my house, eat a couple of bananas, get on the bus, get on the tram to Glenelg. And I'd usually only eat one mango when I was at the beach, probably. Because if I ate anything, I'd feel bloated, and therefore I would think I was fat. For me, an empty stomach equaled skinny, like weight loss. So whenever I felt hungry, I took that as like a victory, which is just so stupid. So basically, yeah, we just used to drink all day. It was so drunk. I had to drink to be confident about this amazing body that I had. I look at that body now and I'm like, oh my god, that is my goal. Like, I'm not fat, but I'm not like really toned or anything right now, but I'm so much happier. Like, I mean, yes, I still think about weight and I want to be that body again, but I want to do it as something I'm going to enjoy. I don't want it to be, if you don't do this workout, you're going to be fat and no one's going to like you. Like, that is just not the right way to go about it. So if that's what you're doing, I suggest take a good look at yourself and just, I know it sounds like insensitive, but you just have to snap out of it. What helped me was gaining weight to realize how backward my thinking was. So when I started gaining weight, at first I was like, oh my god, I'm gaining weight, blah blah blah, my worst fear. But it happened so gradually that I kind of didn't notice it. But I thought I was fat anyway, so it wasn't like new thinking, it was just normal. That's really what flicked the light bulb for me. It was like, you need to be healthy so you can eat a vegan lifestyle. I started looking up Freely and Jurian. I really look up to them, especially Jurian. He just helped me really like, it's all in your head. The eating disorder, it's all in your head. You can just, it's a mind game. I didn't need to go and talk to someone. Like, I was gonna see a psychologist, but I'm kind of glad I did. I mean, like, if it works for you, that's great. But talking to a stranger, I don't think would have helped me. I needed in myself to realize what I was doing was wrong. Not to be convinced that it was wrong, but to realize it before it was too late, before I went too far down that hole. When I went to the doctor saying, oh, I feel like everything I eat, I just feel like I'm gaining weight. And she was like, well, obviously you're not overweight, you are really healthy weight, if anything, under the weight that you're supposed to be. I think you need to see a psychologist. This could really develop into an eating disorder. I'm sorry, I already had an eating disorder, but yeah, anyway. Once the doctor said that, I started to play the victim to this thing. I would say, but no, I've got an eating disorder. I don't know, it like, once you label it, it just takes on a whole new form. Like, you live for that thing. That is who you are. You're a person with an eating disorder. That's how I felt. And yeah, so I just got on the Raw Till 4 thing, and like, I have seriously not looked back. I mean, sometimes I have these thoughts where I'm like, oh, summer's coming up, I should just starve myself to feel good about myself, and then I catch myself thinking that, and I'm like, girl, you've come this far. you don't want to go back to that hating myself. See, the thing is, if I started starving myself, I wouldn't realize that I'm losing weight. So what's even the point? Because you don't feel good about yourself anyway. So what's the point of putting yourself through that? I'd rather be a bit more heavy, and like my main goal right now is just fitness. Like, I want to be as fit as I can, eat healthy food. It's not about being skinny. I mean, sometimes I think that, but then I'm like, wait, no, I'm smarter than this. So yeah, anyone who's like struggling with an eating disorder, I suggest you look up Freely Endurian. They've really helped me through this. I mean, my family obviously offered me so much support, and my best friend Jazz, she really helped me. So if I could do it, anyone can snap out of it. It's seriously all in your head. So yeah, I hope this helped you, and don't get an eating disorder. Don't convince yourself that you need to be something that you're not.